All right, this is my World Cup Soccer 94, is listed by Sate Eats Cheese on the Pinside Marketplace. My machine is fully functional. I bought it about, well, I guess a couple of months ago. I spent $27.50 on it. I overpaid. I have fixed and done a lot of work since I got it. Namely, I got the lights working in the back here. They weren't working anywhere in the rear. I've switched these out, the light bulbs themselves out with coin taker LEDs. I'm pretty sure every single one of them on the board here works, with the exception of, I can't figure out how to get the top left flasher in the back there to work, but it doesn't affect gameplay or anything. Were you to look at the machine itself down here, I've taken it apart to the best of my abilities and replaced all the rubbers on it that I could find. And like I said, everything's been switched out with LEDs, with the exception of the little one on spots underneath spot there. I couldn't get it to stick, but who cares? If you want to get really picky, I'll be picky and show you everything I know that's wrong with it. Technically, there should be a little bit more plastic there below the kick thing. So there's a broken piece of plastic there. There's a little cracked piece of plastic right there. Is there one over here somewhere? Well, if we're pointing out that sort of thing, you can see how picky we're being. If you want to find something wrong, you can find something wrong with anything, but the machine works. I'd like to bring notice that if you look at these pop-out holes, it's like you can see a tiny little bit of wear here and a tiny little bit of wear, like where the soccer goal hits at the end there. If you look at a lot of the machines that have been for sale lately on Pinside and elsewhere, these holes are just absolutely humongous. Like the ball will have worn all the way around, way past the orange piece there. Whereas these are, there's a tiny little bit there, but nothing compared to, like I said, a lot of the other machines. So yes, there is just a tiny little bit of wear there, but we're getting picky. And the only, let's see, I guess there's a tiny little bit of bubble in the Mylar over here on the drain on the right, but that's it. The goalie over here is looking pretty good. That's pretty yellow. I switched out the legs from the black ones that were pretty beat up that it came up with to some new chrome ones to look nice down here in the basement along with my poster. I fixed the lights up here. I had to do a little workaround on the board up there. I'll show you here in a minute. And if you peek over here, there's a little hole in here for some reason. I don't really know why. And I guess there's a little bit of scuffing here on the little thing. But once again, I'm trying to full disclosure, show you everything that you could possibly find objectionable about the machine. I did do a little bit of touch up with just some basic black paint around the edges up here. But all in all, it's real nice. I have replaced the soccer ball that's in there. I bought a new motor for it, but I actually fixed the old one before fixed the old one. And all in all, on the top side, I think we're pretty good. I am going to, you'll have to excuse me, I don't really know how to pause this thing, but I'm going to try and prop up the camera here a little bit. Yeah, will that work? I'll try and prop up the camera. You can see if you want to take it apart. Got the release. I did go ahead and put the coin mechs in here, and they all do work. And this is a re-import. These were originally labeled in Deutschmark. I relabeled them as quarters. I don't know if anybody cares. But glass comes off. Put that back up. just yelling at me that it wants me to close it, that there's high voltage. Gotta put the balls out so that it doesn't make a huge mess. Pretty simple. Come on. Pop this up. Grab my camera. All right. So, well, here's the board. I mean, a board's a board. I haven't really changed anything in here other than tried to clean it with a couple things. I didn't replace them, but I realigned the flippers a little bit. I did do a little bit of messing around, tightening a couple of things over here on the pop bumpers to get them to work properly 100%. The soccer goalie motor moves back and forth just fine. Where's the soccer ball? Yeah, here we go. The soccer ball motor right here. I did make some adjustments to it. This is the original motor. I put some oil in it, and when it spins up, it's really quiet compared to a lot of the other ones you'll see. The little goalie motor makes a little bit of noise, but no more than any other machine I've ever heard. However, this little guy here runs pretty silent right now. And I do have, this is just here so that if you feed the wires through, you can get it. It's just some pipe cleaner. There's nothing wrong there. This little guy down here has been the bane of my existence. I've resoldered this once or twice. It's the ramp diverter that's up there. I do have, this is physically put together properly with the way it's designed in the instruction manual. I do have a little bit of tape on here, not to hold it together, or it's not like if you take the tape apart, take the tape off, the whole thing will come apart or anything. It's there so that it doesn't slide away. And I've had it on there for about 150 games, and I haven't had to mess with the ramp diverter, so we're doing good there. Relatively clean down here. I don't know what else you could want to or say about any of these other boards. I will show you what's going on in the back box here in just a second. Oh, June 23rd, 1994 for what it's worth. I also have, that comes with this, I bought a new set of plastics. And I'll show you where these would go. I didn't use these. If you look at them, they're kind of translucent instead of being transparent. I might not know what I'm doing, and this might be something where you could flame polish it and get it to look right. I have the original bulbs that it came with, if you don't like the LEDs. And I haven't put it on, but I do have light up LED flipper buttons that it came with if you really want to switch these out. Let me close this real quick, and we'll open up the top. So this pops up pretty easily. Here we go. Of course, I have all the keys it needs. Translite is perfect. Whoops. All right. Well, anyways, the Translite works fine. Okay, now I'm zoomed out. Open this up. You can see the boards. I have not done the little NVRAM replacement that some people really like. I did put rechargeable lithium batteries in here instead of the alkaline ones, so if these do run out, they're not going to leak, but everybody knows you're supposed to replace those now. I put fuses in this. If you want to get real picky, for the coin door lights and the coin door lights only in the front, you can see a little bit of speaker wire going through here just to bypass some bad spots in the board. The only thing that that is doing is making the coin door lights down here come on. If you take those out, Everything else will function properly, and the coin door lights will go off. I really wanted my coin door lights to work. But as you can see here, it's all up and working. I have had a fuse go bad in here before. I believe this little guy right here. Was it this guy? Yeah, this guy I've replaced a couple of times. However, I figured out that what my problem was is when I reinstalled the motor for this, I had turned it down too tight. Once I got this balanced, I didn't run into the fuse problems that I was having with this particular one. I think that's a 3-amp fuse. I picked those up at Home Depot. You can get like a 3-pack for $4 or a 4-pack for $3. I can't remember how it goes, but they're cheap in any case. But I haven't had any issues with anything on the board. I think that's about it. I'll give you another close-up of what's going on with the playfield here in a second. This one's here pretty easy. DMD's perfect. Really about the only thing that you could do to this machine to make it any nicer, as far as I'm concerned, is put a color DMD in on it. But it by no means does it need one. Let's see. I've got it set up on free play. Although, like I said, I've got coin vents in there and they work. I also have the coin fronts for the re-import if you really want them. Actually, let me show you something. This is most definitely a re-import, and I say that not only because of the 3 coin doors, but at some point in time, there is a pinball checklist back here, and when I was given this, I was told that this was from the re-import checklist of some sort. If it comes down to it, also just so I said it, in a walkout basement here, and the door is right here, and it's a double wide. I mean, there's a little hill. It's maybe a 10-foot rise. That's no problem. But DMD works clearly, as you can see. And once again, go over this board real quick. This time without the glass on it. And I'll set you up for a little bit of play here in a second. No, I'm not even going to turn the glass on right now. I'll just fire her up. Searching for the balls, because I just put them back in. Okay, now on free play. It's a lot quieter with the glass on. Let's see. I'm not very good at one-handed pinball, but whoops. But you've got everything here works. One of the things that is broken on a lot of these is the magnet save, which I can click here. You can see that works. There's a couple of multi-balls on this. You can do, you can hit these build locks to light up the soccer ball. After you hit all 5 of them, you light the lock for either ramp. You hit either ramp, it'll catch the ball right here now. Okay, so you get another ball. Okay, so now if you hit it in the final draw, you get a multi-ball. Alright, so final draw. It's going to let the multi-balls out. Score up here. Get your jackpot. Hit the ramp. Relight it. You can see all these pop bumpers are strong. relight the magnet goal. You can go up here, hit another goal since they're all lit. All right. Well, there's all sorts of, well, not all sorts. There's at least a couple of different strategies on how to do this. There's a couple of different multi-balls you can get, but we're past reviewing the game. We're talking about how to beat the game now. You can hit your light up all the different stadiums, do the World Cup finals. I've done it a couple of times. It's pretty cool. But all in all, it's a great machine. I'm going to put the glass on for you real quick, just so you can see that it's not as ridiculously loud with it on. And that's about it. Let's see. So as you can see, that's loud without the glass on, but we put the glass on. Let's see. Shuts right up. That noise, anything that you hear, isn't coming from a soccer ball. That's the goalie moving back and forth now that's making the noise. But they all do that. And I don't know what else there is to say about the machine. To the best of my knowledge, everything works on it. Every target works, with the exception of the minor cracks in the plastic on some of the minor pieces. I think it's pretty much golden. But if you have any questions, hit me up on Pinside or anything else. And it's a great game. And one quick walk around for anybody that wants to be picky. Oh, and it does come with those coin ticker LED flipper buttons. The original bulbs, should you desire them. An extra set of plastics that I don't really care too much for. And a brand new soccer ball motor. I did not end up running or using this. This has got the gear set. It's kind of hard to describe, but this thing where my thumb is, like if you put a screw in there all the way, it doesn't quite hold right, but the motor itself and the gearbox works just fine. But these are, I want to say $80 if you have to buy a new one, but it doesn't need one at the moment. But anyways, there's my World Cup soccer. Thanks.